because these savings, people save for purposes of putting money together so that they are able then to access assets, buy assets, which then will help you in managing and running your life. Clothing, education, putting up buildings, buying cars, all these assets have to be bought from the savings that we put together. All these assets are exposed to a lot of risks. Risks of fire, risks of theft, for farmers, risks of drought, all the risks that you can think about. That is where we come in as insurers, to provide you with a protection that in the event that you lose the assets that you have put together from the savings that you had put together initially, then we'll be able to take you back to where you were before the loss. That is the role that we play. The reason why we are least understood and sometimes least appreciated is purely because not everybody, for example, who buys a car gets involved in an accident. So if you don't get involved in an accident, in as much as you had bought insurance, you'll never be able to see the value of insurance. But if you get involved in an accident and you lose your vehicle, that is the time that you start appreciating the role that insurance plays. That is on the part of the asset insurance. But we also have another branch of insurance called life insurance, long-term insurance. And I just want to give one example. Those of us who are in the very early stages of life, you have children, young children, and in about 10 years to come, you're required to pay for their education. You need to start planning early. Insurance companies will come in to help you plan for that time. There are two things that comes to mind. As you plan, as an individual, you are exposed also to the possibilities. And I want to make this statement because sometimes we are told that we sell death. We will all die, we know that, at some point. If, for example, you're putting in some savings by way of buying an education plan, an education insurance plan, that plan has two components. It has an investment component, because if you took a life insurance plan for 10 years and you're putting money every month, if you're lucky enough to live to see the 10 years through, you'll get your money back and you'll also get some bonus, or you may want to call it interest. From the banking sector, you would want to call it interest. But there could also be the possibility that you don't see the 10 years, you don't get to the 10 years. And you pass on before you get to before you finish you get to the insured term of the 10 years. The money that you had put together, no matter how much it was, even if you had only paid for only one installment, the insurance company will come in and pay you the full amount that you had insured against. Let's say you had insured for 5 million, and you pass on the second day, the third month, or the third year. The 10 million will finally have to be paid by the insurance company. So we help members of the public, one, secure their assets by ensuring that if you're exposed to, if you lose any of your assets, then the insurance company comes to compensate you. Two, we help you to plan in the event that if you have taken a long-term insurance cover and you pass on before you reach that that period, then you get compensated to the extent of the amount that you had insured. That is basically the role that we play.
Thank you, Mr. Gichuhi, for that. And let me now bring in